Hi, I'm Sandi Genovese. I'm going to celebrate love today with a really cool Valentine. Here is the envelope that I've also decorated. And when I pull it out, because you know I always say start with the envelope. So whatever size your envelope is, make the dimensions of your card fit. I'll give you the dimensions of my card, but if you have a different size envelope, then adjust. Here is what it looks like when you just look at it from the front, just the cover. And then when you open it, you have these fun dangling X's and O's. You have hugs and kisses and hearts all on this fun but simple to make card. So in order to start, we're going to start with the outside, the card cover. And the dimensions of mine, here is mine. If you look at mine, it's 6 inches wide by 9 inches long, and you're going to fold it in half, which means you have a 4.5 by 6 inch finished shape. So once you have the card folded, then let's look at the actual cover. And if you look at my finished one, you can see that it's just a black square that's nested on top of a larger white square, and I've decorated it with stickers and a rub on the letters to spell out love. So if you look at, all I'm going to do here is nest these together, but first I'm going to place the heart stickers. And I kind of like a random look. I like it best when it looks a little bit like someone just took a handful of stickers and sort of threw them onto the page, and this is, you know, what it ended up looking like. So I'm just going to go off the edges. As well as looking at the heart shapes, I'm looking at the negative space because I find that that's important also. And I'm going to place this one. Let's see, if this one goes this way, then I think I'll have this one go more this way. And I'm going to go ahead and I can either curl this around or I can cut it off. And I think the easiest thing is just to trim it off. So any place where it sticks out, I'm going to trim it off. Sometimes I use the little pieces that I'm trimming to go back on the front somewhere, but I don't think in this example that there's going to be a place where I'm going to want any more little heart pieces. So once you have that design looking how you like it, then go ahead and place this. Remember, you're going to use more adhesive than me, so that it just sits on top of the white with an even border all the way around. And then more adhesive, or foam adhesive would have been kind of cool for this as well, to raise this up a little bit. And I like for there to be an even, roughly even border on the sides and the top, and a nice big chunk at the bottom. That's just the look that I like. So you fasten it down so that you have an even border. Now what I did for this, I just used white rub-ons because the glossiness of the sticker is going to be difficult to write on. However, if you have one of the whiteout pins, you can use those and you can write the word love as well. So you have a couple of choices. As I said, I just used white rub-ons, and then I added a little punch that I punched out of gold paper and another little edge of red there. And now let's look at the interior. The interior, first we want this structure of this, the cream color card that sits inside of the black cover. So this needs to just be between 1/2 and 1/4 inch smaller than the 6 by 9 dimension of the black. So once you've trimmed that so that it's a little bit smaller, you're going to fold it in half, and then bring in each end and fold again so that it's in 4ths, but it's accordion pleated. Now we need a window cut out of the center section. So what I did was I took, this is a 2 3/4 inch square, I folded it in half, and I'm going to place it. And once again, I like having a larger edge at the bottom, a bigger chunk at the bottom than at the top. So I'm going to position mine about like so. You can decide how it works best for you. And then I'm just going to, with a pencil, I'm going to just trace around this square. So you can see I have my pencil lines. And then I'll go back with my scissors and trim out that section. I think it's easiest to do both of these horizontal cuts first. And then go back and cut the vertical. You can either cut so that you're cutting the pencil line off, or, you know, because it's pencil, if any of the pencil still shows, you can always go back and erase it. So you end up with a nice window that's cut out of the center. This is going to sit in here like this, but it's easiest to do all the decorating and all the hanging hearts first. So in order to create the hanging elements, if you look here, you can see I've got X's and O's from the alphabet, and I've got hearts. And once again, I've used stickers, but you could also use die cuts. So if you want to see how to do a hanging element, if I take these 2 heart stickers and I just turn one, the trickiest part of this whole thing is getting this to not stay stuck to my hand. There's the sticky side up. Now I'm going to take some thread, and I'm using black thread because it's going to disappear when it sits against the black cover. And I'm just going to position this right down the middle. Once again, in order to get it right down the middle and my hand out of the way, I keep using my tweezers. And now I'm going to go back with the matching sticker, and I'll use my tweezers so that my hands are sort of out of the way and you can see what I'm doing. But I'm just going to place these so that they align and press down, and you'll get a hanging heart. Now I'm not going to stop to do all the X's and O's, but I'll bring these up so you can see. If I take 2 of the X's out of a sticker alphabet, there's 2 O's in here, they're symmetrical, so I'm going to be able to place them, or they're matching shapes. So I'm going to do the same thing in order to create these hanging pieces. Once you have all the X's and the O's, and we won't actually stop to do them all, I'll just do the heart for now. But I'm going to then turn this over and place each of the X's and the O's and the heart where you want them, and then just take tape and tape it. It's going to be in the back side, and as I said, I will trim off my excess thread. I'll be able to use this for some X's and O's. You can see how it's going to create the hanging element. Once you've added all of the other X's and O's, like you see here, and all the other hearts, stickers, and other embellishments, do all of it right now before you attach it to the card. It's much easier to do when it's loose and flat like this. But once you have everything on here that you like, then it's just a question of adding adhesive to the 2 ends. So I'm going to add adhesive to one end, and I know I say this all the time. You're going to want more adhesive. I'm just doing enough so you can see how to build this. And I'll take my cover. I want to make sure, close it, so make sure I have the top situated so that the heart is hanging right side up. And I'm going to take the sticky the end that I've just put adhesive on, and I'm going to place this with just a little border all the way, kind of an even border all the way around, about 1/8 of an inch, and press. And then you'll have all the X's and O's too. Just tuck them out of the way and place adhesive now on this flap. More adhesive than me. And close the card and press. And when you open it up, you're going to have a really cool looking and hanging a Valentine with hanging hearts. So if we go back and look at the one that has all of the elements, you have to really look inside to see, but you can see how I've got all of those X's and O's all lined up and taped inside so that they really fill up that window opening. And I've even added more stickers, a row sticker at the bottom. All of that is kind of up to the style that you like. But if you hang a few hearts and hugs and kisses inside a dimensional card, you're going to have a hearty card that is sure to impress.